Welcome, and let's think back to the year of 2020. Now, when most people think of 2020, they usually start thinking of it as a bad thing. And was it? It was the greatest thing. Yeah, no, it kind of sucked. People died. It kind of sucked. So anyway, 2020. We're back to 2020. So anyway, 2020. And I'm done. Why am I still on creative? In 2020, COVID happened. When COVID happened, we had to stay inside and it sucked. I was 6 years old, so I was a young lad. I didn't even know what was going on. So, I didn't even know what was going on. And I didn't know why we had to stay inside all the time. And when I found out the reason, I was kind of traumatized, to be honest. But then again, 2020 had its ups and had its downs. 2020 was a great year, but it was also, yeah, you got my point. It was also bad. So 2020 was a bad year. Some people, like Royal Pair, already did this stuff, but, I want to do it. Oh my gosh! I want to do it, so, yay, screw me, I guess. When I talk about 2020, I am gonna think of it as a bad thing, but because it was so bad. My poppet, no! Charmander fell. So usually, when I think of 2020, I think of COVID and me in kindergarten. At least I think I was in kindergarten. We had to wear masks all the time. We couldn't even go outside. And at this point, people would lose their sanity. Because with no human interaction, people just gave up on life. And at this point, people either died from COVID or already had it. Darn it. People either died or COVID or already had it. This isn't a good explanation. People already died of COVID or already had it. But then again, you know what blew up? Royal Perry even talked about it in his video. But before we get to that, either your favorite part of 2020, there were some ups, there were some downs. Your favorite part of 2020 was probably not going to school for like a month. And some high schoolers took college on online. And when they did, it was a kind of easy, cuz they really didn't even have to. Some teachers would allow them to wear face cams and stuff, webcams, like the things streamers use. Some would allow them to wear webcams. Well, they'd have to wear webcams. But some would just argue they wouldn't have it, or their Wi-Fi was bad. So it was a win for streamers. And also, sometimes when they were streaming, they'd get lucky and get a little bit of money maybe. Why did I say mummy? Money maybe. And then spend that money on the most useless thing in the world. Either way, Twitch was blowing up at this time, and so was Fall Guys. But as Fall Guys rose, it immediately died because another game blew up, Among Us. Among Us is a game where it's basically like, well, I don't even have to explain it. If you have been living under a rock, you don't know what Among Us is. Or Fortnite. Among Us is a multiplayer game where you can play online with friends and family. Darn it. Where you can play online with friends and family and other random places. I sometimes used it to annoy people in their group chat because it was hilarious. And anyway, Among Us was fun. So was Fall Guys. Fall Guys was also an online game, but instead of Among Us having just frickin' platformers, it was like basically murder mystery. Basically, that's what Among Us is. Now you know. Now you know my game theory. Thank you all so much for watching. Yeah, no, I'm not done. Darn it. Why do I keep missing that jump? Good God. Wait, what? Okay, so back to what I was talking about. Among Us was a good start for streaming, but every day, like people would go onto streams and people would go onto streams like YouTube and Twitch and just watch streams. It was amazing and people loved it. But then why was 2020 a bad thing? Well, well, I don't know, just people died. And then at this point, some people thought to lose hope. Like, in a world like this, we kind of found happiness with Fortnite and stuff. Like, it broke, like, Among Us and oh my god, Among Us and Fall Guys broke the internet. Bigger than Ninja and one guy, and the guy, I don't know his name is, Kim, collabed and just blew up the internet. Bigger than that. It was insane. It was insane, and everyone loved it. It was insane. Plus, people sometimes, if they were lucky, they'd get paid. If they weren't, they would not get paid. Sadly. Well, let me just... And at this point, 2 months later, at least some of us were like, man, we really need to go outside and touch grass. I mean, COVID has been going down a bit. I mean, it's safe to just go outside for a minute. And it was, and oh my gosh, that's a spike. Yeah, so apparently COVID grew. It's like there was a big spike in this place. And it's like COVID grew overnight. It was insane. I'm being chased by a spider. Oh my god. Don't blow up my build. And it was insane for many people. So, 2020, some people went to college, but it kind of sucked for them. And guess what? At this time, I still didn't have COVID. So, I was kind of set 3. None of my siblings had COVID yet. So we were kind of set free. We were kind of good. We thought we wouldn't get COVID. Oh boy, we were wrong. Eventually oh my god. Eventually, it happened. One of us got COVID. But we survived. Yes, we survived, and that's why I'm here today. All of us survived, but there was one problem. We were bored. That's right. Out of all the Twitch streams, out of all the everything, we were just bored. There's nothing we could have possibly done. There was nothing left for us to do. We all done it all. We all have done it all. Then we just got bored. But then Minecraft came along. One of the main games I escaped to. And this was the one thing that helped many streamers. Minecraft, Fall Guys, Fortnite. Or was your favorite game that been invented in this time? Even freaking Minecraft hit in 2020. Minecraft and Fortnite hit in 2020 with one of their most popular chapters ever. So if you really think 2020 is bad, you're kind of right. But remember the good sides of it. Remember the good sides.